This is Paul. Yes. I just wanted to make mention this advising an exception permitting the military to assist the several territorial authorities. Yeah. This enforcement of the laws of the United States, apparently due to the belief of sufficient authority exists in the excerpt. See, you don't even have to use the insurrection statutes. See, I emailed CID because of the violating of my civil rights. Yes, I emailed 2,260,000 emails. Poop. Now the FBI didn't respond, and I actually telephoned them. Yeah, but they're too fucking stupid to understand the liability. Then I emailed all the field offices of Homeland Security, and I told them my civil rights are being violated. They said they didn't have jurisdiction. Poop. I don't need the president to sign a fucking thing. I can sue every secretary of the cabinet. See, when it involves the liability of the United States military, yes, that the extent of the powers of the Constitution vests in the president. I don't need the president. I don't need the Congress. They can all go to prison. Then there's number three. What specifically are the military law enforcement activities expressly authorized in the Constitution for the purposes of the Act? Yeah. Well, the United States military is expressly authorized in the Constitution to support and defend the Constitution. In fact, defend the Constitution, as in the Bill of Rights, all 10 of them. Yeah. And the other 27 amendments, no, the other 17 amendments after the original 10. Now, this defense of the United States Constitution that each and every, well, employee, a soldier, sailor, flyer, yes, Marines, yeah. The very thought that you're going to have me involuntarily admitted to a mental institution where you're going to have psychotropic medication administered against my will for a crime that you know I didn't commit, yes, when it was a fraudulent criminal complaint, right, because of the fraud of Clallam County, yes, because of the fraud of Washington State refusing to enforce the laws of the United States. See, when the military has liability of fraud, yes, they have certain jurisdictional rights to protect themselves from that liability. I have the expressly authorized right in the Constitution, yeah, to sue each agency, each sworn oath of office, all of those in the senior executive branch of the United States government, every appointed oath of office in the executive branch, every elected member of Congress, yes, yes, and those in the Supreme Court as well as the employees of the Supreme Court of the United States. Now, the military has an obligation to protect their liabilities. Yes. It's going to cost their soldiers and sailors the availability of attorneys. Yes. Where they used to get some sort of legal help when they were going to be court-martialed. Right. Now they're going to have to employ outside counsel, and that's probably going to cost a little more to the military. Now, I know you thought we needed the Insurrectionist Act, but I think they have the legal obligation to limit all liabilities, yes, to the actual Department of Defense when having knowledge of the fraud, yes, of making up, yes, crimes that Americans didn't commit to cover up, the fraud of oaths, badges, and attorneys that they did commit. Now, I know you're saying, well, we're still going to put you in the mental institution. And I wanted the United States military to know that when they no longer have the use of any attorney, yes, and they have to employ outside counsel for every court martial. For every time they negotiate a treaty or a lease with outside nations, yes, every time they want to be in property management for all those U.S. bases, they can just add to the actual budget of the Department of Defense the actual amounts of money spent on attorney representation in each and every court.